guys? Mike here. Mike's DVDs and Blu-rays collection is back with a special edition today, guys. I'm going to show off some of my Western collection, my DVDs and Blu-rays, box sets, and there might be a few laser discs that are kind of stored away, but it's not that many, so it's not like anything life, you know, nothing huge. Now, a few people have asked me over the couple years to, hey, show off your Western collection. Let's see what you got. So let's do it. I tried this recently, and I had sound issues. Didn't come out very good. So let's do this. So we're going to start on the top shelf here. Up at the top, I got the complete Sartana collection by Arrow. Really cool spaghetti Western set. Really cool. Mostly got stuff, non-Westerns, but I do have two different box sets of Major Dundee, one by Arrow and one by, was it Imprint, the Australian label. So let's start on this top shelf here. No particular order. They're not really in any kind of, order. Like, I've tried to keep just most of the Westerns together. Excuse me. So it might be a little mixture. There is two sections on a shelf that is non-Western stuff, but we'll talk about that when we get there. So here we go, guys. Just a little mixture of stuff. I don't know if you want me to try to... I'm having shoulder issues, so it's hard to hold this camera. So I'm going to try to do the best I can. So yeah, there you go. We got some cool stuff there. Right there we have, that's that indicator set for the big gun down. Really cool. Got some cool stuff there. There's a Hot Snake and, what is that? Guns and Guts, which are two good Mexican spaghetti type Westerns. I guess you would call those taco Westerns, maybe? I don't know. Got some cool stuff there, but it's a mixture. It's a mixture of all the, different Western genres. Now here's some of the Wild East collection that I have. I don't have a lot. There's a couple more down here with a group, but these are the ones I do have. The label went out of business a couple years ago, and there are a lot of these, and some of them are very highly collectible. I think my good friend Carlos, aka Eastwood for Life, has quite a few of them, if not all of them. Here's some Kino editions there. 5-card stud, that is a really cool one from Vinegar Syndrome. The Professional is one of my favorites. Two different versions of Hanny Coulter there. One is the Olive Films, and the other is the 88 Films edition. We got some cool, there's some Blu-rays, some German. We'll have some German spaghetti Westerns and Westerns mixed in here. Now, I have this shelf right here. As you can see, it kind of blocks the edge of my Western shelf off. So I would do my best to kind of show them, because it was going to be a job to get them all out just to show them. But as you can see, it kind of goes to the edge there with Kinos. Now let's start on the second shelf here. Now in the back there is some Warner, what do you call them? Warner Archive DVDs of a lot of Glenn Ford Westerns, as you can see back there. There is the Arrow edition of Rogues and Cops. Was it Rogue Cops and Racketeers? Now that's a Italian crime box set, which is really good. Got some cool stuff here. Track of the Cat, I recently got upgraded to the Imprint Blu-ray. This is a very good set here of some spaghetti Westerns. Came out around the time of Tarantino doing that last Western he did. Got some good ones there. Movies like Yankee, Tapia. Really cool. They're in German. Some of them in German. Really good ones. Right here we got a lot of my Sergio Corbucci collection, which has the different Django editions I have. I have a DVD edition of Django there in that Spaghetti Westerns Unchained box set, or DVD set. I got the 4K from Arrow. The one next to it there in the red writing, white spine, that was my first edition of Django on Blu-ray. Next to it in the wrap, that is the Django by Arrow Steelbook. And then we got some Kino editions of Corbucci's westerns, Navajo Joe, Burt Reynolds. Some really good ones there. Especially the Great Silence there, the Eureka set, really nice. The Specialists, that one's got Sonny and Jed on it. That's a Wild East set. Got two different versions of Minnesota Clay with I believe that's the German Blu-ray, which is pretty much the definitive edition of that movie now. Got some really bad Lee Van Cleef movies there. God's Gun, not so good. Django Kill, which is kind of an acid western, spaghetti western. Got the Sabata trilogy from Eureka, really nice set to get your hands on. Right there, you got the deluxe DVD Tombstone edition that came out in the early 2000s. Now that's a mint copy of it with the map and everything with it. And what I did was I took my Blu-ray edition, my regular Blu-ray edition, and put it in there with the DVDs because I prefer the packaging there better than the plain Tombstone packaging. Right here we got some really good films. Now all of these right here are some movies to get into. How the West Was Won, really cool. It's in a format called where they show it in a thing called a smile box, which is kind of a curved widescreen look with the bars. It was filmed in with the 3-screen process, Cinerama. Let's see right here. We got Blood on the Moon, which is a cool 1940s western. I think directed by Robert Wise. Little Big Man from 1970s. Dustin Hoffman, a really underrated 70s western. I really like that one. You got Django the Bastard. Monty Walsh is a really good one. I got my Eureka Blu-ray editions of High Noon and Shane. Dodge City right there is a really good Technicolor Western. Really, really love that one. It's from Warner Archive. That one's something you should get. Got some good... now, these Westerns right here in the center, those are by a writer-director named Delmer Daves. And he was similar to Anthony Mann a little bit, kind of grown-up westerns, darker westerns. Movies like 310 to Yuma, that's the original. Jobel, and Cowboy all had Glenn Ford in it, which are really good ones. The Violent Men is a good one. The Badlanders, pretty cool, with Alan Ladd and Ernest Borgnine. Now this is one of the better Mill Creek multi-pack sets with all, it's got like 44 of them. And then you got this Western Horizon set from TCM, which is really cool. Great packaging on that. Now as we go down here to the third shelf, we show off all the kind of couple of Jimmy Stewart, but mostly the Anthony Mann collection. Really big fan of Anthony Mann. Let's see here. We got if I can hold it straight here. We got the Furies. Now that is, I believe that is the DVD edition of the Furies with it's got a novelization in it. There's a Jimmy Stewart set that has most of the Anthony Mann. It's all the Anthony Mann movies he made. Now that was in an economy pack that I'd gotten years ago. There's Broken Arrow and Destry Rides Again, two really good Jimmy Stewart westerns. Then as we go over here, we got all the Anthony Mann movies they made together. I have an English version, and then I have a German version edition over here. So we got Winchester 73, which we got a couple editions there. I think one is Australian, one is German, and then you got the newer Criterion Collection one. And then right here you got Bend of the River, Kino, and then you got the German edition there. Eureka's The Man from Laramie with the German edition. Got the Far Country, which with the German edition. Those are all pretty cool. They're all in like a white case. The Naked Spur, I have the DVD from Warner's that was out forever. They finally came out with it a couple years ago on Blu-ray. So yeah, that's that set. Now over here, Man of the West is a movie that Anthony Mann made with Gary Cooper, which is really good. It was going to be with Jimmy Stewart, but they had a falling out. The 10 Star with Henry Fonda, really good. That's a newer edition. It hasn't been out very long. The Devil's Doorway and The Last Frontier, two highly recommended Anthony Mann movies that you may have not heard of. Sitting on top there is El Paso, which is a really good John Payne Western in Technicolor. Bone Tomahawk, which is really cool. Then over here we got a series of Arrow spaghetti westerns with Keoma there in the center. One of my favorite Blu-rays I have. As we go over here, there's not right there. That is a huge collection there. The Big Gun Down. It's got the CD soundtrack, and that was the big set. That was the be-all, end-all until this one up here came out. And that one basically has everything but the CD soundtrack with it. Then right here we got one of the many versions of The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly I have. This is the DVD edition with the top that lifts off like a box. Really good. This is the Ennio Morricone documentary. Came out a few years ago. That is a really good edition. Now, Arrow put out 3 volumes so far of 4 classic spaghetti-type westerns. Savage Guns, Blood Money, and Vengeance Trails. I think Vengeance Trails is my favorite of the 3. Now, over here, I won't be able to get all of it, though. But here is all the Sergio Leone versions of the Dollars trilogy. First, I got my original DVD collection. I got Duck You Sucker, the 2 different versions there. Once Upon a Time in the West, the 4K. There is the Kino 4Ks. The Kino Piss Yellow ones. A couple of MGM editions again, and then you got some more of the white editions right in there. I don't know if you can see it. It's covered up by this. Then I got Once Upon a Time in the West, the different versions of it. I got a US, UK, and I think an Italian version there. And then I got Once Upon a Time in America, Blu-ray and DVD on the end there. I'm going to do a video one day of all those together just to show off all of them. Now, if we slide down here real quick, of course, I have the Arrow editions there, the 4Ks of the Dollars trilogy, of course. Of course, I got that. Love those collection. That collection is like the end, be all, end all, final word on that trilogy. I believe. I don't think you can do it much better than that. So, guys, as we slide down here, we got some more 50s and 60s and possibly some 70s westerns and just a little mixture here. The Kino Veracruz Blu-ray set there on the end, really good. Last Train from Gun Hill, really good. Kirk Douglas, if I can get it out. Kirk Douglas and Anthony Quinn. I got these different versions of the Magnificent Seven. That first one there is the collector's edition, which MGM did in the early 2000s, which is really nice. The packaging is to die for. You got the 4K Steelbook Magnificent Seven. You got the regular Blu-ray edition of Magnificent Seven. And then you got the DVD edition with all the sequels to the Magnificent Seven. Here's some oddball 50s westerns that are really good. White Feather, The Proud One, Station West is from the 40s. Big Country, Man Called Horse. Sorry about my dog barking. Man Called Horse, classic from the 70s. The Gunfighter, really good edition from Criterion. You got Shenandoah, which is a later Western with Jimmy Stewart there by Kino. Got to have Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid. Jeremiah Johnson. You got a movie called HUD with Paul Newman, which is really good. Wild Rovers, Blake Edwards movie. Ombre and Posse. Now, Posse is out now on Blu-ray from Kino. We got it right mixed up in here. We got a couple of Kirk Douglas ones. This is one of my favorite modern days one, the assassination of Jesse James by the coward Robert Ford. We got Wyatt Earp. Now, this is a German edition of a Kirk Douglas movie that escapes my mind. Oh, I remember what it's called now. The Indian Fighter with Walter Matthau. I think it was one of his first movies, if I'm not mistaken. But this is a great edition. This is one of my favorite labels from Germany. What is it? The Koch Films. This is an absolutely stunning Blu-ray by them. It's in color. It's called The Indian Fighter. Highly recommend this one. It's all in German. I mean, of course, the soundtrack is in English, and it has, I think it may have an English subtitles. But if you're German and you don't know any English, then you're in luck because it has German subtitles. Right here we got, here's some new 4Ks I picked up recently. I got Blazing Saddles, or I'm at here, Blazing Saddles and The Quick and the Dead. And then we got some Clint Eastwood westerns. You can't go without any Clint Eastwood. Now, these are not all my editions of Clint Eastwood movies by any stretch of the means, but this is the majority of his westerns. I put Coogan's Bluff there. It's not really a western, but there's those two new Steelbook 4Ks of Pale Rider and Outlaw Josie Wells. Look really, really good. They look really great. The 4K of Unforgiven. I should probably take this edition out since I got 4Ks of both of those now, but I don't know. Now, these are really good. Two Mules, these Kino 4Ks, they look really good. The Beguiled, that's a kind of a Civil War type movie. This is a really cool Way Out. What is it? A Korean movie, I think, or from Hong Kong. I can't think of what country it's from, but I think it's Korean. But Arrow recently came out with a big deluxe edition of this, The Good, the Bad, and the Weird, which is kind of a mixture of all kinds of genres all rolled up in one, which is super cool. I got a soft spot for this movie from the 1950s. Johnny Guitar, I got the different editions there. Hired Hand, really good Peter Fonda movie. Got another one of those German movies, German editions. These are all German. These are these media books, which if Jeff 101 Bronson, if you're watching, you know I really love those. This is a cool release. Now these are still coming out over there. This is a Sergio Corbucci film called the what's it called? The Hellbenders. And it comes in this box where it kind of lifts off. It reminds me of little 8mm boxes when I was a kid, of little 8mm movies. It's a little bit bigger, but I'll put that back in a minute. But yeah, I got my two different versions. Studio Canal editions. Got the 4K of Red Sun. Got some True Grit. Got the two different versions on Blu-ray. Now, these are some of my favorite movies here. My favorite westerns. Now, all the way in the back there is some John Wayne movies like The Hellfighters and some of his war movies and stuff. But right here, with The Searchers, this big box set right here on DVD, which is so freaking cool. And then Rio Bravo, they released a similar one. This one's not open. I've never opened it. But yeah, Rio Bravo and The Searchers are two of my favorite westerns of all time. Now, this has the newer 4K editions for both films. Just different editions over the years. Big fan of that movie. Now, as we go down here, we got a lot of these are from the label, the eBay seller, Otter Vomit. And he also sells through his website, Hollywood Scrap Heap. A lot of these movies that are just out of print, I'm not really sure if they're like bootleg. I mean, I'm not sure if they're like public domain or not, but they're very, very nice. Very nice copies of these movies. But yeah, kind of a mixture there. Different stuff there. Just kind of a mixture of different westerns there. The Legend of the Lone Ranger. Let's see right here. See if I can pull these out. Yeah, we got some different stuff there. No, The Informer is not a western, but it's a John Ford movie, though. But yeah, here's some more John Wayne stuff. Sons of Katie Elder. I just watched that the other day. There's a good Talking Westerns podcast with Jeff and Carlos. You guys need to check out. Back there, we got some more various stuff, various westerns. Support your local sheriff. And then you got Brannigan, which is a John Wayne cop movie. So it's got a little mixture of stuff. Some stuff from the 50s, some multi-packs. What do I spy here? Oh, The Good Guys with George Kennedy and Robert Mitchum. Got Dirty Dingus McGee, Frank Sinatra's infamous Western. And as we go down here, again, we got some more mixtures of different Westerns. We got some silent Westerns on my right there. Open Range is really cool. Some good stuff here. Texas, Terror in a Texas Town. Sterling Hayden takes down some bad guys with a whaling harpoon. One-Eyed Jacks and the Appaloosa are really two good Marlon Brando westerns. Got Long Riders, The Westerner with Gary Cooper. The Lonely Man there on the end with Jack Palance. Now that's on Blu-ray from Kino, which I should upgrade. Now over here we got a mixture of John Wayne and John Ford. I believe it's mostly westerns. There might be some other things in there. Long Voyage Home is just John Ford. Right there in the middle there you got Tall in the Saddle. Really love that one. Angel and the Bad Man. Love that one too. There's The Shootist. That's the final John Wayne film. Two Rode Together is a John Ford Western, and it's probably my least favorite of his Westerns. Now back here, you'll see a lot of John Wayne Westerns. Some various stuff there. The Cowboys, the Train Robbers, Hondo, Big Jake, Chisholm. Got some different El Dorado editions. Big Trail, Fort Apache. Some of these are John Ford now. Stagecoach. One of my favorite Blu-rays I have is that Criterion Blu-ray of Stagecoach. Love the Stagecoach movie. The original. As we go down here, guys, right here is one of the sections I said didn't belong. This is my Italian crime section. It's not even all of them. Sorry about my dog there. Over here we got all my Audie Murphy collection there. It's quite a few. Quite a few. He mostly did westerns. I mean, he did a few non-westerns. Of course, To Hell and Back is his life story, which was a book. The Red Badge of Courage is really hard to find. That is a... let me pull this one out. This has never been put on Blu-ray. It's really hard to find. This is a snapper case. Probably the first Audie Murphy movie I ever saw. Directed by John Huston, based on Stephen Crane's Civil War book. It's about cowardness. And I'm not for sure, it came out in the early 50s, around the Red Scare. A lot of people didn't like the fact that it was about cowardness. Anyways, guys, back here you can see, again, another mixture of various westerns. You know, you got a couple western collections there. Some various different ones. One Foot in Hell, that's a good one. Now this set right here, this has been just a really good set that has so many good movies on it. This DVD collection here has gotten so much mileage out of it over time. Especially when I first started doing videos, because as you can see, you got the Randolph Scott, got the Joel McCrea, Randolph Scott, got the John Wayne and Randolph Scott, Whispering Smith with Alan Ladd. I've been wanting to rewatch that. You know, you got Audie Murphy, Sierra, and the Kansas Raiders. But yeah, like every one on there is really, really good. So every time I made a video, I had that in there. I've watched that set so many times, and I think you can get it for like $7 on Amazon, pretty much. So it's 10 films for $7. Can't beat that. So anyways, guys, we'll slide down here. Now we're getting got to make some room here. But right here, you got all my Joel McCrea editions. Love Joel McCrea, one of my favorite Western actors. Just favorite actors. He did a lot of good comedies. He did a couple horror movies. Movies like Wichita, really good. Ramrod. Fort Massacre is really good. Four Faces West, really good. The gunfight at Dodge City, really good. Another telling of the I think similar to OK Corral, not really. Similar characters. Right here, this is the other section that's not westerns. This is my Michael Powell and Emmett Pressburger collection. Big fan of them. But I have different versions. I mean, as you can see, I like The Life and Death of Colonel Blimp. I have a few editions. Back here, we got some more Otter Vomit editions. Got Gary Cooper, The Springfield Rifle. Broken Lance. Now, that's a good one with Spencer Tracy in it. Recommend that. But yeah, you got just some various stuff back there. Different stuff. I think there's some overflow from Joe McCrea's section. Then right here we got some. Now these are newer stuff. Now these haven't been in a video yet. I'm still in the process of watching these films. So yeah, these are coming soon. Coming soon to a Western Roundup near you. Some of them I may have already shown. I'm still trying to get through the Lonesome Dove series, which is just a phenomenal series that was on TV when I was a early teen. Wasn't really into westerns that much at that time, or at least not these kind. I kind of put my nose up at them because they were TV westerns or TV movies. But I've come to love this series. Really cool, based on a book. Now these are some of the follow-up films that they did: Return, Streets of Laredo, Dead Man's Walk. Great casts, well made. Lonesome Dove is a series to get into. I'd recommend reading the book. Robert Duvall's really good. Tommy Lee Jones, really good. Okay, where we at here? Let's do some changing around here. Okay, we're getting down towards the end of stuff, I think. Now these are some that I don't have room on the shelf. Now these are from newer videos that are either coming soon or you already saw them. A lot of otter vomit stuff there, like Hellfire. That's a good one. Hellfire. I know it's got some reflection going on there, but yeah, Hellfire. That's one of the ones you can get through Otter Vomit. Really good movie. We got the Errol Flynn Western Collection, Montana. Those are all pretty good. Virginia City. Here's some more. Let's see what I got here. Some of these are upgrades. Valdez is coming. Broken Trail, really good. City Slickers, Arrow just announced that there's the 4K remake, 310 to Yuma. This is a Italian crime collection. We got Have Gun Will Travel, the complete TV series. Really good stuff with Richard Boone. As we get down here in the bottom shelf, we got another collection there. Now that's a pretty well watched video on my channel when I covered these. Right there, that's just some Western, Warner Brother Westerns video. We got various stuff here. Got some good stuff. Got Blind Man, that's a really good one. The Stranger movies. The Bounty Killer, right there with Dan Duryea. Very, very good. Warlock, a big fan of that one. Got the Oklahoma Kid, which is a James Cagney as a early cowboy movie. There's the older Sabata trilogy on DVD. The Unforgiven, which is the Audie Murphy, Burt Lancaster edition. Got some cool stuff there. There's the Jesse James from 1939, Technicolor. Really good. Big fan of that. Got Henry Fonda in it. Got some various stuff there. Geronimo, very underrated movie by, God, what's his name? William, can't even think of his name. One More Time to Ride, that's a pretty good one. But back here we got some various multi-pack collections and stuff. Got some Mafia stuff. We got some silent westerns right there. And everything. Got this, here's another version of Django I forgot to show you guys. That's the 4K edition from Cult Films that my buddy Carlos Eastwood for Life got me. It's numbered 1947, I think out of 3,000. Now I've got over here, these are some more movies, but they're not westerns. I don't believe I've had any westerns sneak in there. One of my favorite video games, Red Dead Redemption. Love this game. I played on the PS4, my son's old PS4. But I got the first one, which has the zombie edition in there too. I'm nowhere near finishing that game. My other son gave me his Steelbook edition for the Xbox One. That's a real cool collector's item. Well, that's about it, guys. I mean, I know I'm leaving out some. I know there's some I haven't shown that are in my box that's in the room that's got Christmas stuff on top of it because we're in the process of putting our tree up and decorations. So mostly some westerns that are going to be put together for Western Roundup future episodes. So I might be leaving out a few. Like I said, the laser discs I didn't put in, which I have about at least 10. Got the Dollars trilogy on Laserdisc also. Then also my Gunsmoke complete collection, the Gunsmoke TV series. But I made a video for that recently, so you can check that out. But yeah, pretty much this whole wall right here is all westerns, guys. Plus what's in the floor there. So yeah, take a look at it. Except for there's 2 sections there. That's all westerns. And there's still so much more to collect. There's still so many more, guys. Believe it or not. But yeah, as you can see, lots of westerns. Mikey loves the westerns. So there you go, guys. So let me know in the comments some of your favorite westerns and everything. If you're new to the channel, check me out and subscribe. And don't forget to give me that thumbs up if you like the video. So until next time, guys, I'm Mike. I'm going to ride off on that trail, that long and lonesome trail. See you later, partners.